Hi everyone, here's a quick update video for this month. Whoopee! I've finally got a new camera. And a tablet as well. But I'm getting fed up, and I'm getting down, and I'm getting depressed. Because in life there seems to be two individuals. One group I call the perfects. They have perfect hair, they have perfect looks, they have everything perfect. They can read, they can write, they can talk, they can speak, they smell nice, they have no serious problems. And then there's the imperfect people, the people who have damaged teeth, or damaged hair, or damaged skin, or are fat, or overweight. There seems to be two individuals in two societies. While the perfect people can make all the money and be really rich and be really famous, the imperfect people seem to really struggle at the moment. I'm getting sicky. They would rather hire someone who's perfect and hire someone who's broken who has the skills. It doesn't matter how much the person who is broken does the job, does the activity. It doesn't matter, because quite simply you can't read or you can't write. It's a gist to the point, it's a criticism to the point they can't fix it. I don't have the magic cure so they would be able to read and write, and it seems to be everyone else in society can bully them because of it. You can't spell it, well we can help you to spell it, because everyone else can do it apart from you. You have to remember that. The biggest problem I've had at the moment is I was having headaches, and really painful headaches, like a hangover. And I mentioned this on YouTube, and I mentioned this to my doctor quite a lot. And he gave me antibiotics, and you got flu, and pretty much it was going around in circles, but I was still having permanent headaches. And what I found out, I went back to my dentist a couple of weeks back, and then found out I had an infected cavernous in my tooth. And so I now had the tooth pulled out now. You can see it actually. You know, and it's missing. You know, when it's missing, that's the one that's been pulled out. So I'm going to get a false one in place. As for my teeth, can they? Here at the front, they are false ones. So I've been having my teeth fixed a bit, so I've been having dentist appointments. So hopefully when everything's finished, I will feel a lot better. But that's a good warning for everyone else. If you're getting constant headaches all the time, it may be toothache. Well, I never saw. If I have a headache, I go to my doctor. I don't go to my dentist when I've got a headache. For the simple reason it's the same thing, but it was just avoiding it. So I now have that fixed, so my headaches are now away. But the only trouble was I'm still feeling isolated and lonely and bored. There's two organisations and two drop-in centres I go to. Stafford Centre and Contact Point. I'm getting bored of the both of them. What really winds me up is when some other user picks is arsing like they're into like opera music, and every member of the staff acts fantastically engrossed in the thing and fascinated with the thing. But if I pick a topic, right, I pick gymnastics, oh we don't like that, and we don't watch that, and then run away, and it's like, why do you care so much about the other person's hobby, but don't care anything about any hobbies I've got? It does make me feel isolated and depressed. And I can't be the only one on YouTube that had the choice to watch gymnastics or watch opera. They would pick gymnastics over opera. Oh God, it just gets on my nerves. And it's the same with bands and music. Like, I really like certain bands, But I get sick of this generation when they're going, who's your favourite band? ABBA. Or picks Dolly Parton. Or someone from the 80s or that era when they were born. They like that type of music. But if I pick somebody this century, they go, who the hell heck are they? And it gets to the simple fact, it can come annoying to the point where it's the same thing. What are you planning? What I'm really planning at the moment is to setting up our meetup group, where I meet up people in the meadows and I teach them fitness routines. We meet in the central bit of the meadows, the bit where you have the slopey path down that goes to park benches. So that's the location where I'm going to pick at the moment and rebuild this for a YouTube channel. But I really want to meet people outside the drop-in centres of people with mental health problems. Because being with them is making me mentally depressed. They're immature, they're stupid, they're dumb. Everyone criticises me, I can't speak properly. And it gets to the fact, can they at this rate? And it gets to the fact I have to constantly repeat myself over and over again, or talk really slowly to them, what can come really annoying after a while. I'm just feeling so fed up and so down at the moment. What happens is the spiral where we pop in once a week, or twice a week, but you can't be bothered to go in the full week. And it's just making me fed up and down because I can't be bothered anymore. Once I get my teeth fixed, and I'm booked all my appointments in the October, so that will take me into November. November's my birthday. I'm going to do an update video like this every month, and just put the month's titles on them now. It's like a little update video of what I'm going to be doing this month. But what is making me most depressed is I'm not big location times to come up. My person happens every time there's a big ginormous party like a Halloween party. I'm stuck where to go. Do I create a Halloween party where the little drop-in centre to hang around and try and help them create a Halloween party? But why the hell in heck do I have to create a Halloween party? It gets to the fact that it's the same thing. Last year's the person got really bad wind at Christmas time. And it's Christmas time into the new year, and you're looking forward to the new year. And if I have to spend all year doing the exact same thing I'm doing this year, it's making me depressed. It's monotonous. It gets into the Groundhog Day style effect, where it seems to be repeating over and over and over and over again, where no one can move forward, and everyone seems to be stuck. I have interest, and I'm trying to create my own groups, and I'm trying to create my own friendships, and I'm trying to create my own activities at the moment. Photography is one. So I can take pictures of, and to borrow my career as a photographer, all I need is a model. All I need is someone else that can do the fitness poses, and I take the pictures. So I'm really wanting a perfect to market them. And I be the little puppet. I be the little puppet master behind them, and pulling their strings and telling them what to do. Because that's the only way I think I can move forward with my career, is have control of someone else. But they will never get me yet. Every time I find the perfect, every time I tell them what to do, they won't do what I tell them to do. Because they only do what other people tell them to do. And one way you can tell them what to do, and they will do what you tell them what to do, is money. But you can't bribe them. You can't buy presents for them and tell them you will give them a present and give them a gift as you do their YouTube channel. I don't know what to do at the moment. For the reason I seem to be constantly stuck all the time. And this is a monotonous circle. Where I'm doing YouTube, I can record videos with the webcam, what I'm doing now. I can record videos on the camera as well. the only couple ideas I got at the moment is, how you have bargain food. It's on the sell-by date. I can buy loaves of bread and give them to the ducks or the swans or other stuff and record some more videos. I'll be feeding the birds. I've done some videos up on this channel full of the same idea, but and I found out clever more ways to doing it, and it's quite simple ones to do. And it's just, okay, let's set up a group, let's find some friends. And the last time I went, there was so many people with cameras taking pictures of the nice little swans, but me was the only one who bothered to bring the loaf of bread and actually feed the birds. Everyone else was taking pictures of the birds. So I'm sure the birds were really happy getting the pictures taken, but they would all get fed. Also, if you feed them, you get them more and soft, and you get more exciting sorts of them just not doing anything. Our tip with bread. Can the people who take the bread and put them in tiny little slices of tiny little bits, and then flung the tiny little bits of bread out? Try this for a laugh. Take a big ginormous slice of bread and chuck it over them to the point where the bread falls into water as a square. They go mental over this. I'm going to show you a video of this for them to the same thing. Birds know how to rip apart bread already. You don't need any help. So I've got feeding the birds, and got my other friend who's got a doggy, so we can do some doggy videos and put some doggy videos up of the doggy. So pets and videos, ideas for videos and ideas for videos, and any ideas, put them up below and put comments as well. What else? I'm slowly going to tidy up my flat, redecorate it, sort out my furniture at the moment, and try and figure stuff out. Then do like a through the keyhole guided tour of my flat. But I'm still fed up. I still feel eternally punished in this flat, going, because I'm autistic and because I have mental health problems, the county can't be bothered to fix everything in the flat, and it just feels like you just leave me to rot at this rate. And it just feels like if I was a perfect person, one of the perfect people, they would have fixed everything for me. But because I'm not a perfect person, they can't be bothered to help me enough to fix everything. Half the time with my mental depression, it just feels like they don't bother to help me, to the point where, well, he's going to kill himself anyway because he's not so unhappy most of the time anyway. I'm also getting a little bit worried because of my weight. I remember I was 25 stone, and then I got down to like 18 stone, and then I sort of dumped up again to 20 stone, and now I'm 21 stone. And it's just gone into this monotonous circle again. My body fat index was 40. It's now 45. My body fat index was 20 stone. So my birthday is coming up on the 2nd of November. Now I try and weigh myself on my birthday every year. And even if I work out in the gym non-stop to my birthday, there's not very much chance I will lose a stone and be 20 stone. But what will probably happen will be I will be 50-50 with my body fat index, like everyone else. Because everyone else, I told them I was 40% with my body fat index at 20 stone, and many people said that was impossible to do for someone who's overweight, because they're always 50-50. Or the body fat index they have more body fat and muscle tone. My muscle tone was higher than my body fat. The only trouble is, to lose the weight, I have to go to the gym, and then you get lots of the perfect people, with the trainers nicely helping them out, and with them talking, and all this stuff. Another thing that gets on my nerves at the gym, is you occasionally see a fat female trying to lose weight, and she looks sad, and she looks lonely, and she doesn't know how to work the scenes very well, and she's never been to the gym. And then I feel like, will I go and help them, or will I try and be friends with them? And then suddenly their boyfriend turns up. And their boyfriend is some skinny, superly swung, drinky, beery typey person, go to the pubby typey person, who's found this person in the pub, and their boyfriend and girlfriend type. And this seems to be happening quite a lot, where it's gone, well, I'm a fat, lonely person, but I'm not going to hang around in the pubs to just go and find my girlfriend, because quite simply, I don't really like people who drink alcohol that much. I don't really like people who smoke. And it gets to them for a fact, the perfect people, I'm finding this difficult. So if you don't like the pubs, go to the coffee shops then instead. But the coffee shops are very priced. It's annoying I'm paying more just to be in a coffee shop and I would be paying to buy it out of Tesco's. And what they have to really do is simple stuff like Sam's is going. If you go to St James's Centre and go to the cafe in the middle of St James's Centre, I don't even know what it's called. Where's it going again? My mind's gone. And that one, Cosmo. I think that's Cosmo. The Samnesses are like £3.99 and stuff, like you almost spend £4 for Samness. But you can buy a meal deal for £3 where you get the Samness, a drink and a snack for the same price you're paying for the one Samness there. It doesn't quite make any sense. The other thing I have to get back to, and what I think caused the biggest problem with my teeth, is I'm a bargain shopper. That means I eat meals on the sell-by date. But it also means, quite simply, I have the food in my mouth, and what's actually happening is I'm getting to brush my teeth on the night we go to sleep. And then when I'm waking up, there's food with the sell-by date rotting in my mouth in the morning. That was giving me a diarrhea style effect to making me sick, because I wasn't brushing my teeth enough to remove the bad food from my teeth and from my body. And that's what was giving me this illness style effect all the time. Our problem I have is I don't bother to put the central heating on very much, and I get cold and I get flu. My bedroom's not very heated very well. I have a tiny little radiator at the other side of my bedroom. My bedroom's massive. I have enough room to actually, if I cleared away the stuff, I could actually put our king size mattress in my our king size mattress in my bedroom. And it gets to the fact I still have would still have plenty of room. What is frustrating me. But what also frustrates me, what's the rules in with Edinburgh Council? I have my rent paid for me automatically by benefits, so I don't have to pay anything extra for rent. Only if I'm single. If I was in a relationship with someone else or flat shared this property, I have to pay the rent. That's the rules, and my partner would have to pay the rent as well. What I find frustrating and annoying, why? Why can't I have the rent paid for me if I'm single or in a relationship? And it doesn't even matter if the relationship's to marriage, or if you're flat sharing, or if, whatever type of relationship it has, or you're a relative lives with you. Because when I lived with my uncle when he was alive, I had to pay the rent. But I only managed to get it awarded to me since my uncle passed away and I switched the tenancy into my name. Okay, Rippy. I'm dyeing my hair again, and still unsure to save it at the sides, so I've got it brown at the sides and blondie on the top. So I'm still slightly unhappy with my hair at the moment. I'm also slightly unhappy with my looks at the moment. It's like, I just feel like, is this going to be forever going to be, I'm going to be the fat, overweight guy who can't read and can't write. And I'm never going to be able to achieve this to the point it is the same thing. But what I often thought I could do, because I know how to work the websites and know how to work the internet and how to make videos and everything else, and can do the technology side of my life, why can't I find a partner who works off the grid? I don't even know how to switch the computer on. Wouldn't that be great? I could teach them so much. My computer, I'm going to sleep again. So that's what losing track again. So what I mark from a relationship. Some people must have made someone to clean and tidy and look after them. And it gets to them for that. I can do this myself, but I don't want just someone who just comes a naggy person who just keeps telling me to do everything. Because you get girlfriends, it gets to them for that. What's waiting for you at home when you get home is the dishes. Because he can't be bothered to do them. And so they expect you to do everything, like take out the bins, do the dishes, and do the weak domestic chore things. It's the same thing. What also annoys me is having a hobby and an interest to the point where you build it up a skill till you can do it, and you have to teach someone else how to do it. But it's when someone decides what to do. Like at Contact Point, they have a class group, and they decided to do knitting. Whoopee! But you then have the teacher teach you how to do knitting. You then have one member of staff suddenly be able to knit, and then suddenly our member of staff is suddenly be able to knit, and it gets to a simple fact. It's like, why don't you pick a hobby and interest from Andrew, not a hobby and interest from our member of staff who brought in? It just feels frustrating that, for the simple reason it's the same thing. Can an imperfect person teach someone who's perfect to do something? But the perfects, what I call them now, don't need to be taught because they are perfect. Because they know everything. They learned everything and they know everything. And they don't need to be taught by you because quite simply they know everything. But they had the perfect home, the perfect education, the perfect everything else, and I struggled for everything. But can someone get out of the circle? Because quite simply, make a list of every single thing your parent can do, then make a list of every single thing you can do. Does the list match, or does the list dematch? Many people wondering what I'm on about again. I can't swim very well. Well, my mum couldn't swim very well either, and my mum didn't ever teach me how to swim. When I went swimming at school, it was the same thing. I never had let's go to the pool again and let's go with your mums and let's go with your parents and learn how to swim. And it got to the fact it was the same thing. If your parents can't back you up on your hobby and interest to the point where they can help you teach it or do it with you, you seem to get in a sort of stuck where you didn't get to do it very much, apart from you got to do it at school, but you didn't get to do it again very much. I often make a list of hobbies and interests, and I keep feeling like a lot of my hobbies and interests is like it gets stopped because I can't find anyone else to do the activity with me, because I just get constantly stuck again. And I don't know how to get around the circle thing, where I seem to not unless they go around in circles. I also get fed up relying on YouTube constantly all the silly time and not having one person message me going, well, I go and play basketball with you, or I go and hang around with you in the park, or I want to learn some of your fitness stuff. I am really watching your channel and you've been quite good. And I announced where I live. I live near the Commonwealth Pool, and quite simply I could use outside the Commonwealth Pool or go inside the Commonwealth Pool. I recently got my membership card, so I pay a tenner per month, and as long as I use it before 4 PM, I can use the gym or go for a swim, and I don't have to pay anything extra. But I'm paying a tenner per month for the system. What gets to me to the fact I feel a little bit fed up, because if I was paying £1 every time I went and lose the thing, I would probably lose it less and 10 times a month. I'm supposed to visit the gym every single day, but I'm not being well enough to being able to do it, and slightly using the tooth thingy as a excuse why. Well, the tooth pain thing was the reason why before, and now it's sort of fixed a wee bit. Even if it's fixed, I'm still feeling like, I'm not feeling like, oh whippy, I can do it now. Other thing it gets to me is we all have this Dynamis box on us walls or on a table with a Dynamis screen on it called a TV. And we all watch TV, and some people pay more for TV and get Sky or get cable, so they will be able to watch exclusive shows you can't see on what's called Freeview or normal TV. But with the spires of the internet and players now, we have a thing called the BBC iPlayer, where we can watch what's called catch-up TV, where you can catch up with the TV on the internet. But it comes to the simple fact is, what TV shows do we watch and what TV shows do we do most of the time? Because quite simply, if I say a TV show, everyone else says they don't like it. Like London Iris is a new sitcom for Channel 4, and I started to watch it a bit, and it gets to the fact, I mentioned it to someone else, and she said she couldn't be bothered to watch it because it's just about people who live in London, who come from Ireland, who go to the pub and get drunk all the time, and I've seen this before, so I won't be bothered to watch it. But it frustrates me, if we watched it every week together, we could meet up again and go and talk about it again and what we thought of the thing. But with the TV show, what I really want to do is be able to actually be, I write it, or I do it, or I'm an actor in it, or I have one element or one part in it. To the simple fact is the same thing. We would be able to write the destiny. We could decide who loves, who dies, who falls in love with who doesn't fall in love with who, what happens in the show, and the type of content of the show. What frustrates me about soap operas is there are a certain age group, and certain things like really controversial storylines like rape or violence or other stuff would make this an 18 certificate, but none of the soaps I ever saw about jumping into the realm of being 18s. Both sides thought about this many times before it decided to end, and I wonder one day would we actually get an 18 soap opera has nudity and sex and violence in it. It would be aimed at an older audience and aimed at a cult audience. That's what I truly want to make. It would be revolutionary and different from anything else. Trainspotting, the only thing I thought was revolutionary was the sex scene and the nudity in it, because it was the only thing it done it, and I thought it was a lot more easier to do that. One of my favourite movies is Showgirls. Showgirls got mostly criticised for the amount of nudity and sex it had in it, but it got to the simple fact that it's easier to do nudity and sex and as to do other stuff like blowing up cars and other stuff and shooting people and other stuff. Wouldn't you rather see that in a movie and see graphic violence? Because we have so much graphic violence, and we have so much violence in movies. It's more a simple plot of going, someone's alone in their home and they're going to get beaten up by someone and they're going to get hurt and other stuff. But it doesn't show you the nice things of relationships and other stuff, for the simple reason it's the same thing. What am I thinking about, like a sexy Hollyoaks or something like that at this rate? But it would be something that would be more revolutionary, and it has been before. Get my video stopping up a bit again. I just feel write this idea down a bit more and try and structure it and see if anybody else has done the idea. I also really liked Web Service. It was made on BBC, and that was really good. It was about lesbians and relationships and stuff. What I get criticised is I keep calling people, we talked about gay people, and so one of the losers said she didn't like gay people kissing and showing affection with each other outside because it makes them feel uncomfortable. I feel uncomfortable with normal still relationships with boyfriend and girlfriend style relationships, showing affection with them outside. Another very annoying thing I notice quite a lot of people do is when they're walking down the street, they have their hands in the other person's pants pocket, like cuddling them, by putting their hand in the pants pocket of your girlfriend or boyfriend's pocket. And I'm seeing straight people do this, and I'm seeing gay people do this, but it just looks so uncomfortable doing this. And if I was walking down with my girlfriend, it gets to the simple fact there would be in a multiple choice dilemma now going, I see other people do this, do I do this, or do I do that? One of the other ones that's gone very, very popular is the guy will put their arm right around the other person's female's neck, like that, and then walked in the street with them. And then we had the holding hand thing for a while. Then we had the arm work thing where you press your arm between the other person's arm and then put your arm at the side. This is becoming very, very interesting because there's so many combinations of just simply walking down the street with your girlfriend, and which one you feel comfortable with and which one you feel uncomfortable with. I don't know how to do this apart from get the models to actually pose for the pictures at this way, and we do a picture one and going, which one do you feel uncomfortable with and which one do you like, for the reason it's the same thing. It's going to be like a question there going with my girlfriend going, which one do you like and which one do you want to do now for the simple reason it's the same thing. But with showing affection with someone else, most foreign people do it a lot more than Scottish people, I feel. And so it might just be it's a culture cross thing where we have to get used to it now and just take it to be acceptable. But it does feel in the realm of multiple choice at this rate what one to do. Okay, and The only other thing we did quite recently was we listened to a relaxation CD. And it was mostly born about body breathing and our routines and stuff to relax. And I do them a bit, and I do yoga to relax and all that stuff. But it's when you're dictated through the thingy to do something to relax, and then do something to tense up. For the simple reason it's the same thing. But you will do what the CD tells you to do, but you won't do what I tell you to do. For the simple reason I ain't got relaxation ideas and relaxation techniques for my yoga. But I found the only way I could get brisk or calmness or peace or freedom was to be able to do poses no one else can do. I'm a fat guy and one of my favourite poses is diamond pose. It took me forever to master this one. I can show you in the book, and I did a YouTube video of me doing the poses and going through this a bit more. I'm just putting through ideas from videos and stuff. But it took me forever to be able to master the move. The first time I ever did it, I really hurt my back really badly, and then I felt like I noticed in a yoga book and I copied the move, and I hurt myself really badly because I stretched myself and forced myself and really tightened myself into the move and forced myself to go into the move and then hurt myself instead of going slowly and calmly into the move. And when you master calmness, I can only go into the move if I'm calm. If I've got a headache or unwell or sick and all stuff, I can't do the move properly. And it gets to the fact I must work out when my karma spirit is able and me to be able to do it. And it's quite simply the same thing, to make the move more comfortable by putting pillows there and other stuff there so you feel a bit more comfortable, to have the decent central heating on, to have the light clothes you're wearing, something baggy and stretchy so it won't be tight and stuff, so we'll be able to do the move. And when I affect myself into the move, I get some sense of freedom and a feeling of accomplishment, a feeling of like I achieved something. I've achieved something to the point where not everyone else can do them. But I like this so much. That's my buzz of yoga, to achieve something no one else can do, or certainly to the point no one else, someone fat or someone overweight, can certainly do. For them, I want to revolutionise yoga a bit to the point where I'm the fat guy who does yoga moves no one else can do. That would be my truly freedom of achievement. But with my yoga, I'm still not found a yoga partner, because I want to do yoga moves where I lift my opponent up and hold my opponent and do a thing called yoga flying. There's many videos on YouTube of it, but I still can't find the partner again. So I'm going to keep searching for them on meetup.com and on my Facebook and on my YouTube channel to try and find someone again. And it gets to them for the same thing. I'm going to be paranoid, going, oh, they're going to nick my camera, they're going to beat me up. Or they're going to say they're going to turn off and then never turn off again. Will they turn off and not like me? Is our paranoid silly thing I get, by the point where they won't turn off again the following week for me again, because they don't like me. The only thing I've been doing lately is trying to host a Wii group. But this is very, very difficult because I'm hardly having anybody turn up for the Wii group, and I'm just feeling like I'm losing the point of hosting the group at the moment. But it's just getting to the end of what I'm trying to go through it and trying to go to the point where maybe someday everyone will turn up again and everyone will follow me. But I get to the end of what, why am I constantly stuck? I'm getting sick of this. We automatically go through a wheel of everyone else and we watch what everyone else does, but we never do anything ourselves. What seems to be our philosophy for them reason it's the same thing, I will never achieve it. Okay, what I sort of would do, and I'm going to try and remember this off my head, what's really, really hard. Of things you will never see Andrew do: ice skating, roller skating, skateboarding, riding a bike. Are we making a list of everything that's on wheels? Drive a car, drive a motorbike, anything where you have to drive them because you have to pay you have to get driving lessons and driving tests and other stuff and be able to pass it before you even achieve it. For other stuff like skateboarding and rollerblading and other stuff, you don't have to get any tests in it or other stuff, but they are what you would classify as more extreme sports, and sports where you need a confidence of skill and a confidence of being able to do it. What puts me off from doing it? Having the thing in the first place, getting the thing, putting the thing on, not hurting myself when I'm doing the activity. Like if I was on the skateboard, I would probably be spending more time falling off the thing and hurting myself than actually being on the skateboard. But when I'm on the skateboard, would achieve rhythmus and fun and other stuff, and just don't have the confidence of doing something when it's moving very much. Have Andrew ever jumped out the box to the point where I've done something so bizarre and just decided to do it? One was trampolining. Yes, the trampolines in gyms. They can be big trampolines, they can be big square trampolines, the white ones, they can be nail ones. Yes, the fat guy jumped up and down on it, and I actually achieved some moves, and I actually come quite good at it. But the only move I got stuck on was forward dives, when I had to forwardly dive on my stomach, because my fat stomach hit the trampoline and I hurt my stomach. And it just was really sore, and I didn't like it, and the instructor told me to do it over and over and over again. And then I went mental with the instructor, just going, you're only picking this move because I don't like this move. All the other moves I like doing, I can't do them. But you then have to also wait your turn to go on the trampoline, but that's so annoying. You run a class, you have to wait, go on the trampoline for like 10 minutes, then go off the trampoline, then watch everyone else play about on the trampoline, and then go back onto the trampoline again. With trampoline lessons I was tempted to go back, but they said I have to sign up for a 4-week course, where we start from basic trampolining to advanced trampolining to the end. And I got to simplify. I got stuck sort of in the middle to the point where I quit. And it got to the simple fact. It frustrates me with the trampolining going, it's the same thing. But the only trouble with the trampoline is, say if I managed to find a friend who had one of the massive big trampolines and play about on the trampoline. The only risk it does have, if I screw up, I can seriously hurt myself. How do you screw up on trampolining? When you fall, you must tuck your head forward, not land back, so you don't land on your head. If you land on your head, you will break your neck. So that's pretty much one of the basic rules of falling. Why do you like trampolining? Because it's something I can do, and it was to the point where I got to be able to do it to the point where I was really good at it. But I really wanted, here's my camera, following a wee video, and here's it on YouTube for you to go and watch, but it was always one of the little hobbies I will do in private and you will never get to see me. But it feels frustrating. But all my trampoline moves, I can do them outside the trampoline, and one of the moves I can do is that jump from one side and jump from into the other side. The turn around move from trampolining is one of my favourite moves, for the simple reason it's the same thing. I learned how to do that move, and it has the element of fitness, because I can get a fitness workout routine I can't get from anything else. And so from a fitness element it probably scores lots of points, and I would really like to do it again. But from finding a location, going to the class and all that stuff is often the difficulty. I often Google stuff and look stuff up on meetup.com and then say meet at such and such location, and then on the food, where the hell the heck it is. You're not good at reading maps and other stuff. The only other way I can do it is find it by the postcode and just hook my Google map as the little green circle thing tell me where the location is. Then I can maybe find it, but I have so difficulty trying to find the building to go to the class in the first place, what I find really difficult at the moment. The other thing I really like is wrestling, and I really wanted to be a wrestler, but I'm scared of getting hurt, so I'm putting off that activity again. I like my martial arts as well, but I get to them flat and still not found anyone to do that with either. And it just seems to be this long ginormous list of stuff I want to do and stuff I find difficult to do. The other conversation I got into and then sort of got about again was hobbies and interests that seem to be forced onto me other people have, and why don't you have them? Skiing, snowboarding, anything with thrill or coldness. Skiing's our one, for the simple reason it's ice skating's our one, for the simple reason I have tried skiing once, and luckily I can do it properly very well, and it made me feel comfortable, and everyone else has done this all the time and everyone else mastered this again, but I just felt awkward and fed up and unhappy again, because quite simply I can never be one of them. And trying to think of our hobby again. My mind keeps going a bit where it seems to go, what the hell next with a bond for? And I heard so many people write their ideas down on a piece of paper and then do the videos. What would make more sense for me to do, because I keep going, what else was I going to mention again, and then I get what I'm going to be doing again. So I'm going to try and do this video for an hour, and done this video, we're going 40 minutes, so we've got 15 minutes left now, because I'm going to try and do an hour video once a month to just put my ideas down. Ideas down. Thing I'm out to master at the moment, I'm done YouTube, and I'm done Facebook, and I'm done social media, and I'm done internet stuff. there's the ability to build a website from scratch, or the ability to design your own website, where we're to create the content for our own thing and trying to create our own thing. I'm so into computers I wish I could master this to the point where I can do that. I would love to be able to design websites for people. So I mean, quite simply trying, someone else was doing a website for something, and I got to the point where I'm being asked the opportunity to do the website, and I got my ideas how to do the website and how to do it a little bit better than what it was, and how to do this for the simple reason it's the same thing. I really want to master the image of the website, how it looks in my head, to actually get that physically on the screen to the point where it looks the same as the website in my head. What I'm actually going to do is do the old school style thing of just getting this on a piece of paper and just pointing it all out and then just showing you what it looks like on a piece of paper first, and then going, that's what I want the website to look like at the moment. But then got ideas for poster designs and ideas for marketing the company and website at the moment and how to do it. For them reason this is the same thing. But what really annoys me the most is so many people who are established companies who already have done it to the point where they know how to do it, but they're not going to give me any help how to do it. Because if that simple thing was to manage to be able to do it, it would make it look like everyone can do it. For the simple reason, let's not help the simple person again. Because quite simply the perfects will rule society forever. I also dislike people who are perfect who make money out of people who are broken. That's what I call people who have mental health problems and other stuff. As a swag off, it's called they're broken. Well, it's not a very nice term, is it? For them reason it's the same thing, but it's the truth, and they are broken. What else was I thinking about? I just keep thinking this stuff and then my mind goes blank when I'm making the videos again. I'm just wondering how many people will sit around and watch this for an hour again. The only thing I have to do on my YouTube, what I'm on the last time I have to do is write in all my tags and write down what all my videos are about, so the tags can find me a little bit better. But it is getting to the fact it's the same thing. But what I find funny about one of these videos, when you watch it, the only thing you can hear is me speaking. But you can't think what I am thinking. Because there's no way for the computer to pick up what I am thinking about. But when I'm thinking, the ideas in my head go scattered, like there's tons and tons of little ideas flying around in my head, going flying around in my head and flying around in my head, flying around in my head. And do that, do that, only if I can do that, and only if I can do that. And everyone else has the same thing where they have the ideas and have the ideas in your head. How do you focus them to the point where everyone's doing the same idea? To the point where I build a group and I inspire people to do something? Is my goal in life to inspire someone else to do something else? Is my goal in life to inspire stuff for myself and inspire stuff for everything? When I get into philosophy and faith ideas, then freedom is the same thing. Can I just tell you something else that's funny? Do you know what time it is in the morning? It's 5:48 in the morning. So quite simply, I got up in like the middle of the night, switched on my computer, played about with my computer to the point where I got bored here, and then gone, I'm going to go on YouTube and start talking to people again. And I'm the only one awake. The last thing I really want to do is find people to talk to on Skype, and I would love to talk to people with hobbies and interests and stuff, and what they do for their hobbies and interests and other stuff globally, so talk to people more on Skype and speak to people a lot more. That was a bit interesting. I know so many people just say hello to me, but they never ask me one big huge silly question like, what do I do now? And where am I going now? And what have I been doing now? And care about me. But so many people care about themselves, but they don't care about anyone else. For the influencing it's the same thing. Like self as individuals, for the influencing it's the same thing. I'm just feeling at the moment like I want to give up everything at the moment. I also am really thinking about I want to do a holiday idea, like on a holiday. And go out a little bit more, because I'm just getting sick of going, Whippy! I can show you Portobello Beach, or I can show you Princess Street, or I can show you Princess Street Gardens, or I can show you Hollywood Park, or I can show you the Meadows. I've been there so many times over again. And there's so many places in the world I've not been to. And it gets to the simple fact I really wanting to go there so I can take pictures of them and then show them to everyone else I'm been there for them, and I'm getting sick of this Groundhog Day style effect where I seem to be this annoyingly trapped in Edinburgh and don't want to go outside Edinburgh very much and go outside Edinburgh at the moment because I just feel fed up at the moment. The last thing I still seem to be suffering from is the eating disorder at the moment. I'm going through long periods where I don't eat, and then I do eat and then I get a soundness or I get something again, but it gets to the fact of the same thing. And if I suffer again, only because I feel like I'm starving myself so much to the point where I'm not having any food at all. I really deserve actually some a decent food at the moment. Because I've been getting a wee bit fed up at the moment, going like, it's the same thing, there's only so many sandwiches I'm going to be bored to eat at this moment. I also seem to be eating a large amount of one type of food quite a lot, to the point where I'm not eating any other type of food at the moment. And it gets somewhere now, it's trying to find this out a bit more where I eat more different stuff. I really have to do that again. Oh God's sake, I'm getting bored again. Okay. So I've got my camera now and I can record videos for other people as well now. I can take pictures of them and I can shoot videos of them now with my new camera. So I'm going to put more videos up with this now. And this is off my webcam at the moment, and I'm recording this on the live video feature on the webcam on the YouTube site, so this is how I'm recording the video. So it's not too bad, but if you feel a bit trapped in your flat where you can't go outside with it, so I'm using the camera to record videos outside at the moment. Have you got any ideas for videos I can do for my YouTube channel? You can send me a message or comment to put underneath the videos. If you like my channel, subscribe to me. I have 33 subscribers at the moment. Happy at the moment. But this feels like if I receive one more subscriber, it will be a miracle at the moment. For them, I just feel like no one wants to follow me at the moment. So I do YouTube at the moment and I do video stuff at the moment. I can record my voice, I can do audio casts as well, for them it's the same thing. The Stafford Centre has their own radio station at the moment, but I'm still not involved with the project at the moment. But I'm just feeling, in some ways, just because he's talking on the radio, does that mean people will bother to listen to what he is saying? But I feel it's frustrating when they're making plugs for stuff that already exists and is already famous in the first place, but they're improving it the same thing. In some ways I really want to help people who's not very famous to become more famous that this way. The improving it's the same thing. I'm just wondering with my name, at the end of the day, what will Andy be famous for? Andy's famous for his artwork. Andy's famous for his fitness. Andy's famous in yoga because he's achieved yoga moves no one else managed to achieve, but I just feels like I still can't master the splits, and I still can't master inversions when you're doing anything upside down. I'm still finding that really difficult, and I need to figure out a way around it and ways to help it for improving it, and I'm still stuck at the moment. I'm getting really worried because my body fat index is really high because it's 45%, and I'm just feeling like it feels in some ways it would be a miracle if I lived to 40 or this way. Okay, goodbye for now. I try and do this video once a month now. This is my Dynamic update video for the month. So my next one will be on my birthday, so I'll be going about my birthday at the moment. The camera is already my birthday present at this rate, so my next big present will be my Christmas present at this rate. So goodbye everyone.